What's going on? This is Repair Talk. I'm Jonathan. This is the iPhone 7 battery removal. You're going to need a pentalobe driver, Phillips driver, a tri-point, tweezers, and potentially some guitar picks. I use my fingernails. You'll see as we do this. Now, this particular gentleman had a crack in his screen, got sediment in his phone, let that sediment sit in there for a while. It did damage to his battery. It poofed up, so in addition to his screen getting replaced, he has to get his battery replaced as well. So we'll start by going ahead and pulling these pentalobes out of the bottom, setting those to the side, and I use a razor blade. A lot of people will freak out and say, oh my goodness, this is crazy. If you use it correctly, the razor blade itself will bend before it does any damage to the outer housing. This way I can cleanly lift up that screen, get a fingernail under it, and get going around. Just like every other iPhone, where the auxiliary port would be, there is a little slot that you can get started with your fingernail under it, go around, break all the adhesive. Do not open this like a normal iPhone. It opens horizontally. Apple switched up the game to make this a little bit more difficult, really truly to compress their boards down to get everything connected in one spot. Trick being, after breaking some of the adhesive, lift it up just a little so those two pegs clear the bottom of the frame. Pull it down a millimeter or two and use your fingernail or guitar pick to separate the adhesive at the top, and it'll allow you to pop the 3 grooves off the frame, allowing you to clear the screen from the frame. Now you do want to try to clear all that adhesive so when you lift this up it isn't much of a struggle. You do want to clear about 2 millimeters up on the right side of the phone, that way that the frame from the LCD grooves don't actually damage the board. Once you lift it open, you'll be able to see the insides of our iPhone 7. This one is relatively, to say the least, fucked up. There was a lot of sediment in there. This took a minute to clean. You'll see in my other videos. We want to start with the Phillips up here. Go ahead and pull those 2 out. We don't want to unplug anything as the battery is still plugged in. Once you have removed those 2 screws, set them to the side. Make sure you keep them in order as they are 2 different sizes. You want to use your tri-point or the Y000 bit to remove these 4 screws. Make sure you keep them in order. One is significantly longer than the other 3, and it can cause long screw damage. Once you remove that plate, you'll want to go ahead and unplug the battery, which will be the one standing as soon as my fat ass hand moves. Then you can go ahead and unplug the front-facing camera, ear speaker, proximity sensor, and ambient sensor flex. In addition, it also holds a microphone for FaceTime, Siri, and speakerphone. And of course, you'll want to unplug the LCD/digitizer, 2 separate things, and home button flex cables, and you'll be able to separate the screen. Once the screen is separated, we'll set that to the side because we'll be working on that in a later video. And as you can potentially see, this battery is quite swollen. This may prove difficult pulling the strips out the bottom, but here we go. And we'll start by removing the 2 screws holding down the barometric vent cover, which will allow us to unplug the Taptic engine, Apple's infamous vibrator motor. As you can see, once that is out of the way, you can see this flex cable that will unplug. allowing us to actually remove the Taptic engine. Then there's 3 screws actually holding it down. Once that is removed, set it to the side, of course keeping screws always organized. This is the way that Apple adheres all their batteries since the 5S and 5C. They are command strips. Basically, you have to pull them in one direction, but you cannot hesitate. Once you get moving, you have to continue moving, and you got to do it slow. Hesitating or pausing can cause that adhesive to stick to the battery, and it can end up tearing, which can cause it to slip back up under it, making it very, very difficult to remove, which can make your repair go from 20 minutes to an hour and a half. As you saw with that first one, it came out perfectly. Let's hope the second one does. If it does, then this is an absolute wrap. And that is how you remove an iPhone 7 battery the right way. Check out my other video for the installation of a new battery and how to change out the screen. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. There's more videos coming in the future.